teleport, yeah. Using side coasters, yeah, with our mind, yeah, yeah, yeah. Flipping out, crazy life, dressing up and oh so nice, rolling bounce, 808 bass, crazy 8, send back style, yeah, new, crazy in.
Hey my people, what is going on? Here again with another class, another message for you. Okay, we're going to go straight into it. Today's class, we're going to talk about the runner. Okay, this is going to be called the runner 107. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost through with chapter 1. Okay, chapter 2 definitely has a lot more like knowledge, deep, thicker knowledge. But we definitely need to get through these things, okay, through chapter 1, because chapter 1 has a lot of key points, okay? I literally went through a lot to get to this message today, okay? I usually do. My days are pretty wonky usually because I feel like there are always things that are there that is like trying to take me off my game or to kind of throw me off of what I'm doing usually, which happens, which is okay. I've gotten used to it, but today was just like extra, okay? But anyway, let's get into it. I was stretching out my leg. I do a lot of different stuff, but as I'm transitioning to the new energies, I am definitely changing the way I do things, for real. So anyway, this is all about the runner. Okay, what do I mean by the runner? Okay, the runner is about the majority who feels the need to run straight up Forrest Gump out of the Earth atmosphere into our spaceships up there, you know, knowing that they're up there. We just can't tell, but we feel it, right? The runner who is okay with, you know, leaving Earth in any capacity just to get the fuck away from what's happening, you know, the things that the magic wand cannot fix in this realm, you know. The runner who feels trapped, stuck in reality, runner who feels unsafe, trapped, stuck. The runner who gives their love and feels like the people they are around turns into a zombie or an agent who, you know, out of like the Matrix, like the agent, you know, sometimes we could be around people and then people just start acting weird or like malfunctioning, you know, makes you want to run. Run, Forrest, run. Okay? Now, think of all the reasons why you will want to escape your reality or what is happening around you. Things just falling apart, people changing, you feeling more, people treating you like shit, things not making sense, you feeling like you're suffocating, you feeling super trapped, you feeling like you can't escape, you feeling like you don't have any peace. Okay, all of these are emotions and feelings that are being triggered by something that's happening, your environment or just your growth, or you opening your eyes a little bit more and absorbing more and being able to absorb more and not knowing before what you was absorbing wasn't good for you, or you no longer like what you're feeling, right? That gives us this feeling of feeling stuck, trapped, or with like we are lacking something. So we feel like we need to go, right? Very normal, very true sensation. Okay. Feel like we have, you know, we've had enough with giving. We've had enough with feeling. We just want to just live our lives and have things be, you know, make sense for a little while so we can move towards our goal that we really want to go. But you have to understand the purpose you have on earth is different, wonky, so the people around you are not going to feel what you're feeling. So you're dealing with different energies right now, okay? That sensation of needing to escape, needing to go, I will always tell you, find out what you're feeling first. Like, before you make any adjustments, any major movements in life. Okay, when I talk about adjustments, if it's just like adjustments as when I talk about making moves, if it's like tiny moves, like changing your shoes or changing the time you wake up in the morning to meditate more or changing the way you eat, okay, those things don't require too much as far as like your energy and thinking and processing. You can just make that decision and keep it going. Now, major moves right here. Major moves, major decisions, life choices that involves another human being. Okay, those choices have to be thought out more. Okay, from personal experience or whatever, you can feel when things are like different. And I think we feel the need to run or escape or be something else than what we are, because things just don't feel right. Things feel more and more foreign. Things feel just like, no, this is just not, I can't. I get it. This is really touchy. This is really hard, because what you have to understand is majority of what you're feeling is truth, but all of that is within. Let's say you have a beautiful flower, okay? You planted it, it's growing, it looks good, you know, it's not growing a lot. And people will always tell you, you know, if you want your plant to grow, always move the plant into a bigger pot so it can bloom. Always, right? You have to let yourself bloom. And sometimes the way to bloom is to make sure you know what's going on with yourself and what is going on around you. That way you can make adjustments with yourself. Because knowing you can't control another person, meaning the people are around you have no influence of what you're doing, only if you let them. Okay, that's why you have to check who you're around, because you are here to absorb, to feel, to take in, to help. So if you're absorbing negativity, if you're absorbing depression, if you're absorbing, I can't do this, I can't do that, then you're going to feel it, right? But what you feel is what you feel, and is how you determine and how you release it, and what you attach or what you choose to apply to your aura is what will be. What is happening now, the feeling of being stuck or trapped, is just a feeling of your body, your soul being tired of absorbing what you're absorbing. That is just draining, it's tiring. It's like, okay, or what you're absorbing is harder and harder to transmute because it's so thick and so consistent. And I think you're trying to like consistently transmute it, and you're just like tired, instead of letting it be the energy and either removing yourself from the energy to a point where you can breathe and release, or just completely removing yourself completely and just going somewhere. Okay, you are a person who runs, who needs to feel like, if you feel the need to go, to always run, it could be to a different state, different party, different whatever. Or maybe you have an argument or a fight with somebody, and the first thing you think about is going, leaving, not talking, leaving, because you feel like, okay, there's no reason to talk because this individual is not going to understand me anyway, so I need to go. Or I don't want to talk to the boss, or I don't want to talk to the sister, the cousin, the brother. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing. It could be your friend. It could be anyone. The need to be like, well, fuck it, gone, is really a thing that we have learned from consistently being hurt, consistently not understanding what the fuck is going on, consistently feeling things without the opportunity to release. Instead of like being in the moment and feeling and going like, we're like, fuck it, bye. You know what I mean? When we're meant to analyze and check and feel and know. So you have the need to always go. Run, run, Rudolph. It could be anything. Some of us, if you're like in a relationship, one argument, you're out the motherfucking door. Okay? Period. Because you just don't have, you don't feel like the capacity to analyze and to sit and help and love. It's just if you feel like maybe you are around the wrong entity or you are giving too much. Goes back to over giving. Goes back to, once again, everything always goes back to 101 all the way up to 106. That's why I tell you guys to watch it in order. It would make sense. What's happening in your moment, what gets you to the stage of running. When you run, doesn't make a difference. Now, running, I don't mean to make it sound like a bad thing. We all go when shit is fucked up sometimes, or we don't feel like dealing with something, we just go. I'm not telling you guys it's wrong, okay? But you have to understand why you're doing it, too. You have to know what's going on, so you don't have to, like, repeat the lesson, repeat the thing that you're running from. You know what I mean? You can run, but you can't hide from what you ran from. It's going to still follow you, come to you, visit you. Hello. Because it's a point in your life that you are meant to get through, to be in. A part of your growth, your stages. So you have to know the lesson. So when you learn on earth, when you experience on earth, that's why it's good to kind of have a moment to kind of sit and, I know it sounds silly, but to write things down like, you know, like you're in class, like you're actually in school. Take it back to school. Okay, use that to your advantage a little bit. Write down some stuff that you're feeling. After you have conversations with people, after you talk to people, after you try to express, write down the conversation, you know, pieces, the key points. You know, that way you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you know what you want to tolerate and what you don't. It's all in one thing. And you don't have to keep going through the same madness of wondering if the choices you've made are good choices, because you already analyzed what you was doing. You know what you're doing. You know why. You know what happened, when, what, who. Everything. Everything is out there. You can go back and say, look, see, this is, you know, not to be an asshole, but like, no, I need to start making record of some shit, because everything needs to be everything that I need to understand what's going on so I can understand my choices. And whoever don't understand that, think that's weird that you're writing shit down, then they can just go and eat Jello as you continue to write things down, and they can either like it or not. We have to understand that we are very important too. So the need to always go. Where are you going from? What are you doing? What energy? What triggers? What sensations? What are you leaving? What is that go? What is that? What is making you go like this? What? Because sometimes when you know the what, you know what not to do anymore, who not to be around anymore, what not, you know, what situation to avoid. You know, if it's like always never, if it's like if you're running from like always having extra responsibilities, don't get more responsibilities. If you're running from always having to pay bills, don't get any more bills. If you're running from bad relationships, take a break from relationships. If you're running because you want to have more sex, if you're running because you need more love, if you want more love, or if you're tired of people, know what you're tired of. Okay, so you don't go running and then go get the same thing you're tired of, or do the same thing that you was going from. So you have to like understand, it's nothing to be like, oh my God, no, don't do that. Because if you don't know, how would you know? Unless you experience. And then you experience, and you know, okay, I've experienced that. So what Candace is telling me makes sense because I've had experience. So, you know what I mean? Experiences. You can't like, you have to know what's happening. It goes back to awareness, attachments, one-on-one. Choosing your aura, knowing what's happening, your awareness, your daily task, what's happening on a daily basis, okay, with you and people around you. You have to know your circle, okay? You can't control everything, but just be aware. Okay, awareness. Awareness, okay, is a thing. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? Remember, I know if you look everywhere, and it's really hard to tell people to get off the phone, to get off the internet, because right now that is just what is happening. But when you have time to get off like platforms that gets you all dizzy in the mind, no one can stop. No one or nothing can stop what is happening for you. If you are placing a manifestation to come to your life, or if you are putting out a vision that you expect to come back to you, no one could like put a break to that. It may be roadblocks, but no one can like stop what's happening. The only person who could stop what's happening for you is you. Your lack of belief and your vibration changing of now you don't have it. Now you can't do it. So that's the only thing is you. Okay? Now, when you do movements or when you make life-changing decisions, make sure that you have peace within, so your choices, and make sure you are able to track down and mark down what you're feeling, so you know what is happening, so you can actually write down and make sure what you want is what you want, and you're not having no emotional reaction to something that is feels very, very heavy and that is continuously triggered without any type of guidance or help to walk through it, to know what's going on. So when you write things down, once again, it could be silly at first. It could feel stupid. You know what's even more silly? Is making quick choices and ending up in the same situation that you left. What's better is to write down what you're doing, what you're feeling, what's happening with you, what's happening with others, what's happening with your people around you, dogs, cats. Like, write it down. My cat walked to the left and then jumped on a counter and then scratched me. Or my dog took a shit outside and then I walked away knowing I should have picked it up. I mean, anything could have happened. Anything. Jose said I did not look good in my dress, and that reminded me what my family member said when I was 4 years old. I mean, anything. So you know what's happening. It's like you're healing yourself, healing yourself, learning. You don't have to always wait for somebody to come to you and rescue you and tell you what to do. Okay? You know, write some stuff down. You know what's real. You know what's not. All comes back to your heart space, man. Because a lot of us who are running or needing to get the fuck out is like all the heart space, man. When the heart hurts, it hurts. And a lot of us have a lot of heart that we give a lot of things with our heart. Heart first, right? Very loving, very giving, very, heart driven. Heart on our sleeves, heart. Okay? So when you have that deep love, anyone who doesn't see what you're doing and like take it in and like listen to you and love on you the way you feel like you need to be loved, you're gonna hate that sensation, and you're going to want to leave ASAP Rocky, because you understand who you are. But you cannot expect others to understand who you are if they don't understand themselves. And you have to know that. And you can either choose to run and not know why, or write down what's going on, have a track record, know what's going on, and then make your exit plan with a whole booklet. It doesn't even have to be an exit plan. You can always have plans with people you are with and love. It's all free will. You have to have the knowledge of knowing what is what you feel. If what you feel is just a thought for a day, or what you're feeling is a thought for a lifetime, or what you know, like you have to know these things, and you have to go through the trenches of deep thoughts and pain and maybe a little tears, and walking down the street by yourself, and then lonely walk, thinking about how your life is and what you want to do, and who's in your life and who is in your life, and what is helping your life and what is hindering your life, what is going on in your life, who is in your life, why do I like Jello, what's my favorite color. Did I put deodorant on today? Did I take a shower? Do I like baths? Like, you mean, like, just explore you. Because so many instances with our lives, we never had a chance to be like, what do I want to do? Yay. You know, it's always been, you know, we grew up around our parents who were in the trenches, you know, going through shit. So we were kind of in the trenches with them. The generation we're on right now. You know, and we have to get it and know that it's going to take a while for us to process everything, man, and for us to really efficiently be able to handle emotions that we are feeling ourselves and the emotions that we take in as we are here to help and provide help for others. It's going to take some time to know, but by having all of these gifts and all of these wonders of the world, you're going to be very, very successful and very well taken care of, where all you need to do is have peace within yourself, know who you are, and then your life would be at a really cool pace. And as you can tell, you will start seeing things happen for you at a faster rate because you're no longer in this little vibe in your head that everything needs to be fast, but everything will happen in the order that it needs to happen as you put it out to the universe. As things come together, as you make action moves, it will come together faster than you knowing what you want and then thinking it's not going to happen. That's kind of hard for anything to kind of come to you, okay? So remember, you need to take your time, okay? It takes a hell of a lot of time to have patience and love with yourself, okay? So you have to understand that people around you need to have your love, your support, of course, but also you have to have your love and your support. And maybe you need to take long walks by yourself to just kind of like air some things out, write some things down. That way, where you are, you know where you are and you know where you want to be, and you can just get there without having any extra craziness happening with your mind, knowing what's going on and just making decisions that may be hard to feel and to know. But you have to always trust that inner voice, that guide that is like your heart space, man. Your gut, your instincts, your heart space. What you know, what you feel, what you really just want. What you want. What you understand and what you deserve. Okay? Hopefully this helps. This is the Runner 107. This is going to go tie into the Runner and the Chaser 108. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the twin flame thing. Okay, I'm going to go into my next class would be the Runner and the Chaser 108, and it's going to tie into connections, meaning like connections that are here to like really set you up and help you. Okay, and what to do about those strong sensations and feelings. Okay, that's it. I will talk to you guys soon. All you have to do is email me. My email is sunrisingtarot888@gmail.com, and I will talk to you guys soon. If you need me, you know what to do. Much love.